Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. What does John have over Jason? If you didn't watch it, well, you're going to get spoiled. But it turns out that John did meet Jason and basically was like something about racketeering charges. Now, let me sit there and make sure everything is good. Just give me a second. Let me see what's going on. Okay, I was like, what the hell is going on with YouTube? Okay, yes, what does he have over Jason? That is the question. We're gonna get into all of it tonight. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. Let's sit there and do a quick roll call and get this live stream started. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And I hope you had a well day. Hope you had a good day as well. Lashanta is in the chat, the birthday girl. Let's everyone say happy birthday to Lashanta. AE's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Angela's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Michelle is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Let's get some music up in here. Let's get some music. That's right. It is Lashanta's birthday. Black Mind's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South, the Queen is in the chat. It's good to see you as well. I would have posted that earlier, but I was so busy throughout the day that I just didn't get a chance to really do too much of anything. So sorry for the late post on it. And Autumn, hey, Albert, Sunny was really annoying when Sunny came back from Nixon Falls and Jason and Carly told Sunny quickly what it was between them, but Sunny did not tell Carly what happened with Nixon Falls. Exactly, Autumn. And yet he still butt her by that. I'm like, bro, you glad to hear that, Black Man. It's always good to sit there and see. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Michelle says I was laughing. I was kind of scared. My husband, I kind of scared my husband by accident today. Why? What happened? I came home from work and I was cleaning and nesting my husband, resting, and my husband came home and was kind of worried. Oh, I mean, because you were resting? I mean, I was cleaning and resting my. Oh, okay. Why would you be worried though? Of course, Freddie. It seems like it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. CJ Love is in the chat. Was good. I said the same thing, Lashanta. I'm like, honestly, tell you the truth, I don't know if he even knows the meaning of the word. No, I'm sorry. It's loyalty when it's convenient for him. A says rumor has it Mo's leaving, so we have to see. Hmm. That'd be something. On says, like you said, Albert, when Carly found out about what happened between Sonny and Nina, Carly asked Sonny from what time and space when he did not give it to her, and then he hopped. Exactly, such an out of pocket thing. Such an, and he cheated on her. And he actually had the audacity to sit there and say that Carly was doing that was difficult. I was like, bro. And yes, Lashanta, Sam was out of pocket. I don't even recognize this version of her. I really don't. When is he leaving? Mikab is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Michelle says I went on a cleaning care, getting out home ready. Oh, okay. because he forgot how I was getting because he forgot how I get when oh okay. Um but yes. Sam was out of order. Yeah, Sam was definitely out of order. Also, exactly, and that's another thing. LaShanta says Sam mad at Carly because she believes Jason. Exactly, like how stupid is that? By the way, as you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does help. And we have a new person in chat, G. How you doing tonight, G? Let everyone say what's up to G. Autumn says up. I wonder what Kate has over Jason. Maybe he's threatening Jason's kid or something in the family he cares about. Well, he said something about what is it, G? Yeah, what is it? But he said racketeering charges. So I don't know if that's um towards Jason or towards Sunny about how many people Jason saved. Exactly. No, I totally get it. Like I said, Salmon and Sunny are definitely out of pocket, and this lawyer is F. Um, B&B was okay. Wino was actually pretty good. He says, "Can I tell you something about Vanessa, about Bad Bell, and about Betty and Pepper and Abby? Wait, well, what about them? I don't know who they are, but how you doing tonight, Renee? Well, I'm wondering what he has over him, Michelle. You know, I mean, yeah, you can tell me something about them. I don't know who they are though. That, yep, DID, Lashante. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. How are you doing today? I don't know who those people are. Um, Susan R, how you doing tonight? Justin, how you doing tonight? What do you mean everyone is turning a blind eye on Jason? Ronnie Ron is in the chat, and Susan R, how you doing tonight? So yes, Kyrie's is still actually doing his live stream tonight, so definitely check him out. Darby's in the chat was good. Oh, you mean with Autumn? I mean Michelle. You mean with Jason, right? Yeah. Okay, you're right, Kyrie's. Victor's the madman. Mm-hmm. Justin says Michael isn't happy with him. What do you mean Michael isn't happy with him? How is he not happy with him? I mean, you just said that everyone turns a blind eye on Jason. It's like, what do you mean by that? I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to understand what you're talking about. Nate warned Audra about Tucker. Yeah, okay. And Teresa, Jagger is a dirty cop, and he's blackmailing Jason. Welcome the new person into the chat. Let's welcome the new person into the chat. Teresa? Teresa? Justin says he hurt Dante. No, he was questioning if he hurt Dante, but Jason told him today that he didn't. But he says Sonny got me messed up on it. Oh, you know, I totally agree. I totally agree. Um, Freddie. I actually tell you, he got me messed up on a lot of stuff today. Ron says Constantine is so effing slime ball taking advantage of Maggie when Eli talk. Yeah, yeah, Ron, that's pretty much his speed at this point. Oh, of course, that's how we do. Whenever we have a new person into the chat, that's how we do. Like I said, I was doing my review and I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be over 13 minutes. So let's just come to the live stream. We'll sit there and talk about it all. Darby says, Albert, maybe Jason is working on the cover with Jacker. Okay, and Kyrie's just still calling Jason the deputy. Okay, all right. And of course, always good to sit there and see some new faces as well as familiar faces. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy that Jason's back. So, also, I actually got this back. Jonathan, what's good? Recon said, "Ah, but you have to sing a song." Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Besides, Lady J will not allow me to. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, but that's what I'm saying. Lashata for who? Jason or Sonny? He was only thinking about Carly. Okay. Quantum says Albert Sonny was sounding so delusional, like, bro, Carly divorced you because you cheated on her with Nina, the same Nina who you knew you were alive and married with kids, and she chose to keep. I agree with that. I agree with that. On top of that, I'm like, how you gonna sit there and say she was being so difficult? But I'm like, yep, Jonathan, that is true. He knew. Plus, I'm just like, bro, how you gonna sit there and say she's the one that was being difficult when she asked her for time and space? Ron says Ava, John, and Patch, why they talking loud? I'm like, lower your voice down. Oh, lower your effing voice down. LaShanta Saber, what do you think about Sally? I actually thought it was interesting. I actually thought it was interesting. In all reality, I'd rather them be best friends than um than Chloe. Because Chloe is just annoying as hell. Dory says, I like this story because in life sometimes you find out who your real friends are. That's true. That's true, Doggy. I mean, I still think they're pretty effed up, but yeah. Freddie says, I watched your review yesterday in that group when Jason returned to Carly. That was a wrap for Drew as much as Drew gets on my nerves, but I wouldn't put up with that foolishness either. Exactly. Nobody would. That's my whole thing. When people start to say, well, Drew's a wuss and Drew should have sat there and, he didn't, you know, Carly might not have actually done that. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's her history. But this is my whole thing, though. When people like Carly, what do? They make excuses, 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 excuses. Like there's no tomorrow. And you know this girl's history. And he says, I always thought Sally and Audra should go into business together. They do have a lot in common. More than you think. Johnson says, I agree. I'd rather Audra be Sally's best friend instead of Chloe. Exactly. Chloe's very one note. And Autumn disagrees, saying that she doesn't think that Jason is a deadbeat. Francis, how you doing tonight? LaShanta says Drew is jealous of Jason. Like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Rashad, that has nothing to do with the fact that he doesn't want to sit there and play second fiddle to another man. But no, that's yeah, that's exactly the case. B Cobb says, so what is everyone thinking of Stone Cold's return so far? Ron, I saw the look on what you call his face. I saw the look on Melinda's face. I mean, Marlena's face. She looked like she was not feeling the fact that Melinda is the godmother. Freddie says Drew doesn't want to come second to a relationship over Jason. Exactly. Thank you. Cherry ice cream was good. Queen Jess is in the chat. Was good, Jess? Exactly, Freddie. That's what I'm sitting there like. So Drew turning on Jason isn't adding up. I mean, that is a little weird because he did help him out in Greece. So that's a little weird. Yeah, but I mean, all reality, he'll take Audra over Chloe. Lashanta says Brooke sees that her daughter Hope is happy with Thomas. Yeah. Um that's nothing new for Brooke though. I'm doing good, cherry ice cream. How are you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Yeah, Jess, I don't even recognize Sam at this point. She was like, "Oh, I want Carly to leave me alone." I'm like, "Okay." Honestly, tell you the truth, with your effing attitude, like, I don't think that she's gonna have a problem with that. You act like, trust me, you be doing her a favor. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, Kyrie. But I mean, Tucker wound up, dumping her for Ashley. So I'm like, you dumped a 10 for an 8. LaShawn says, I'm not talking about being second. He wants Jason arrested. You see, yeah, that's the part is out of pocket. Yes, that's true, Ron. Harris says, I mean, honestly tell you, Harris knows that Ava's sus. Harris says Sam turned against her father without a second thought. That's true. Just said, for real, what's with all the attitude talking about I don't want Carly in her life? It shut the F up. Ooh, I heard that. Ooh, wow, okay. Jess is like, Carly, I'm like, Sam, you got me effed up today. That's what that sounded like. Ooh, Jess is coming in with the fire. I'm not even going to sit there and say that last part, but Darby says Ashley is a 7.5 at best. I got to think about that. I mean, Carly says, so what makes anyone think Sam will be loyal to her? That's true. That's true. Exactly. And even Francis is like, Sam is being way over the top about Jason. Exactly. And Jess says, then she was talking ish about Jason, that most people would come home and Jason isn't most people. You don't know what he's been through. She'll shut the F up pretty much. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we're pretty much on the same page about that one. Ron says it's time for Constantine go Constantine to be put in his place and back to Greece. He's delusional. He says, I wouldn't be surprised if Ashley pulled the gun on Audra or Tucker. She's stalking them. Well, her personality is stalking them. Her second personality. Exactly. And just agrees with you, Freddie. When Sam said to Carly, when Jason contacts you, call the police. I'm like, who is this? And this isn't the same Sam back in the day. Exactly. Exactly. How you doing tonight, Dawn? Carrie says the Young the Restless has been my high key favorite for a while. They actually been doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I've been really enjoying the Young and the Restless. Renee says I'm ready for Lulu to come back so Dante can dump Sam's butt. The writers are making me hate Sam and Sonny. Exactly. And Don, how you doing tonight? All right, let's check these likes because I gotta sit there and cheat again. Okay, we got 14 likes. We got 36 people in the chat. So, oh, Jess, no. Let's go on Sunday. Let's go on Sunday, Jess. Let's get it all out because I said what I said in my review. So let's get it all out. Carrie says I'm still loving Lily back, looking better than ever. I'm not gonna lie, she actually does look pretty good. It's kind of weird that like the baby weight that she has is actually working for her. And that's the thing, LaShanta. Sam's gonna look like an absolute idiot, but let's talk about Sunny. So did anyone actually like when Sunny said that Carly was the problem? A said couldn't care less about Daniel and his life. Yeah, he was effing scumbag. LaShanta says Lily better back off of Billy. Really better back off of Billy. Why? Jess says Sonny is an effing idiot. I love how he said Carly ruined the marriage like he didn't effing. Exactly, Jess. I was like, yo, listen. All Carly wanted was time and space, and he can give her either of that. What's good, Duan? And Lashanta says, I'm done with the short man. Jess said, then he want to talk about loyalty. Jason's been loyal for years. Ooh, Jess, did you actually watch my review? If you watch my review, I actually did sit there and say that I gave Jocelyn her credit. Carrie says Carly is the problem. Time and space for what? Okay, I just want to highlight that. Carly is the problem. Time and space for what? Okay, all right, you believe that. Okay, so then you know that I actually gave Josh her props because I was like, even she was saying about Sonny, like his loyalty is only good when it's in his favor. Dewan, I'm not sure yet. So she can go through her feelings. That's what. Honestly, tell you the truth, I think that's time and space for what? She asked for time and space. How entitled do you have to sit there and be to sit there and say, no, you don't take any time and space. You work when I tell you to. Johnson says, I'm frustrated with the fact that Sam is ready to believe the worst in Jason, even if they not together. She always has exactly. Yeah, I know, Don. I heard about that. Jazz says, and yes, kudos for you giving Josh props finally. Oh, okay. Here's the thing, Jazz. I've given Josh her props, and I felt like I've given her her props before. I've given her her props before, but that's the thing, Jazz. I do sit there and try to be fair. I do try to be somewhat fair and balanced. But even in that scenario, I couldn't sit there and say that Josh was wrong about that. Freddie says Sonny takes zero accountability for his discretion when he's the reason they're divorced. Now she caught you in bed with the witch she can't stand. That's why she filed for divorce. Damn. Feel like I need to sit there and drink some alcohol before I read this comment. Harry says Sonny has feelings for Nina because he has no memories. Carly didn't have no memories, lost, yet was still ready to drop her blank for Jason, so space for what? Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you came in this chat. Snip, you're talking about I didn't text you. Like, what are you talking about? How was that about? Teresa, her rest says Sunny is always one sided. Exactly. Exactly, Jess. I was like, the hell are you talking about? How long does it take you to respond back to a text? I was like, the f are you talking about, bro? Perry said that was before Sunny set with Nina. Carly was still tripping. Yeah, clearly a troll. I actually tell you the truth, I think he actually believed me. He actually believed that he knew me. It was good, Big Nate. I said the same thing, Freddie. I was like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I don't know you. Duan says, when Josh left Cam, Albert, you took it hard. I didn't. No, I didn't take it hard. I just sat there and said that Cam got treated like a toilet seat. I mean, I didn't really think too much of anything of it, Ron. I mean, that's her grandson, so she's gonna miss him. Just as at least Carly and Jason got their marriage annulled as soon as Sunny came back home and she tried to make the marriage work. And asked for time and space, but Sunny was just like he wanted to make it about him. Renee says Sonny should have choked when he questioned Jason's loyalty. Jason has put Carly and Sonny and their freaking kids before his. Exactly, Renee. I literally sat there and said, I was like, yo, listen, Sonny, when Sonny said the word disloyal, when Sonny said the word loyalty, he actually said that he was like, he was going so long. I think that he lost the meaning of the word. He forgot the meaning of the word loyalty. I was like, bro, that was such an out of pocket comment that even before I found out what Sonny did, I still would have been like, that's out of pocket. Honestly, tell you the truth, he should have burst into flames when that wound up happening. Like that, he actually said that too. He was like, "Well, he's been gone so long that I think he forgot the meaning of the word loyalty." I was like, "Bro, are you kidding me?" And Duan says, hi, Carries. Reddit says Sonny had the nerve saying Jason's not loyal anymore. Nah, he's still loyal. That's why he made the other. Ready coming in with the facts. And yes. AE says, seems like Sonny is trying to get killed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still not on the whole Jocelyn hate train thing, but like, Teresa, that's Sonny for you. He's selfish. JA, so is Carly, so is Jason. Those three deserve each other. Okay. Mr. Bear, how have you been? Mostly pillow today. Michelle says, I have been hearing there is a turn coming for Michael that he will take his father's business. Hmm. Oh, Jess. Dawn says, do you think Agent Cates, what he did, Jason? Huh? Just as Drew going around telling people that he broke out with Carly like anyone gives an F. I actually tell you the truth, I give an F because in all reality, he did what was right for him. He's not going to play second fiddle. I don't really understand why people don't get that. Johnson says, and Jason is talking about, and Sam is talking about Jason being in a dangerous business, but yet Dante is a cop and his job is also dangerous. It's not too different from what Jason does. So either way, Sam is still drawn to danger. Yep. Why Sloan? Why would Sloan ask Melinda? Because that's her only friend. Ron and Sloan don't really have too many friends. You know, Freddie, he's going to look stupid, but so is Sam. But like I said, Sam, yeah. Francis says maybe the guy Jordan shot didn't die or Jason hit his body. It's so. And Mr. Bear says, "What's Jason's business?" What do they call him? An independent contractor or something? CJ Lowe says, "I can't see that. I can't see." LaShawn says Michael's not going to put his family at to risk. Exactly, Friday. I'm like, yo, listen, if Sonny's like, oh, he tried to shoot Dante. It's thing. If he wanted Dante dead, he'll be dead. If he wanted Sonny dead, he'll be dead. I don't understand what the problem. I don't get that. Oh, CJ Love says I can't see Michael taking over Sonny's business. It'd be interesting if Dante did. That would be. Oh, okay, you out of Michelle. Okay. And Francis says I saw Maurice getting tired of playing Sonny. Maybe he wants to leave. Oh no, he's definitely yeah. That's something I can agree with. He's been playing a very dark character for like 20, 30 something years. Duane says, "Oh Albert, here's a match I think is fair. Jason Morgan versus Black Widow. You know, I think that Black Widow would actually win. I'm gonna be honest. I think Black Widow will win." A says Francis. Oh, but no, Duane. I think Black Widow will win. Freddie says Sonny just losing his faculties. He's getting older. He should retire. Albert the Yeah, Don. You know, in some ways, I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of see that coming. Johnson says Jason Morgan versus Jason Bourne. You know, I've never actually watched the Bourne series, but I somehow think that Jason Bourne would still win. Ron says, "Albert, do you think that Roman should be there for the Chris?" Yeah, that's Eric's father, so yes. Well, Jonathan, you know what movie I was sitting there watching yesterday? Pain and Gain. I still love that movie. Even when I had to sit there and watch it on YouTube, which is like the censored version. Um, you know, Mr. Bear, I would sit there and say both. I would honestly sit there and say both. He says, sorry, when I saw Mo last year, he was having trouble with his leg. Oh, I didn't. Well, first of all, that's pretty cool that you actually got to see him, though. It was all right, Ron. And happy Thursday, Tracy. It's good to see you. Yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, Mr. Bear, I think both of them. Michelle says, I think Jason Morgan versus John Wick will be. John Wick will win. John Wick will win. Michelle. Just said they made Jagger involved now, so I want to see how he's involved. Her gross, I don't think, is the 20 years John is held over. Oh, nice. Hey, okay. LaShawn says Albert People was actually talking trash about Willow helping Jason, Bobby, Liz, Monica, and yo, those people are out of pocket. I'll sit there and say those people are out of pocket. And yes, Jess has a question for you, A. No, LaShawn, those people are out of pocket. Charles says, I don't think it's the 20 years John is held over Jason. I think they had some one Jason cared about held hostage. Hmm. Who knows? Johnson says, hopefully next week will be when the truth about the baby will be revealed and Desperate Pearson is outed. If we can hope from your lips, my friend. Carissa says they could have Morgan hostage. Right. Oh, Trevor, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. I feel so bad because at one point I called this person your voice and I was like, I know that's not this person's name. So thank you. Carissa said they got Morgan. Could be. My God, Jonathan, I appreciate you. And Trevor says, I think it's Morgan. Hmm. Mr. Bear said GH will bring a character back from the past. That'd be what's up. Dolomedics. Yeah, it's actually funny. I was meant to think about you today. Ron says, Albert, how will Marlena, Ron, Kate feel about Sloan lying? They would really hate her, honestly. Yeah, no, they would have a lot of hate and content. That's true, Darby. That's true. That is true, Darby. Freddie says, Robert, like how Willow said to Michael, I'm involved with seeing I'm involved of seeing Jason now, so might as well deal with it. This is the life she chose. I love how she acknowledged that to Michael now that she's involved. Yeah, she's on the same page. Francis says is yep, yep. She is still fired. Tony D says, hey fam, I've been dying to get on here tonight. Sunny and Sam are straight up trash. Yes. Tony D, you are on that page. And Tony, it's also good to see you again. Just as and why does Sam have a problem with Danny coming to the hospital? Like, what's the issue? Her character just sucks. That's why, just that's why I sat there and put that thing yesterday. Like, has her character ran its course? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I do kind of feel like sometimes Kelly is kind of phoning it in, but like her character, yeah, yes. I mean, I understand that she was probably a little bit worried and stuff like that, but and Michelle says, so I want to update you on our plans for Saturday. My husband and I are having my mom and my brother over and his mom and dad, and we're going to go with serving wine and dinner and then telling our family that I can't drink wine right now. That's yes. Well, Michelle, let us know how that goes. Let us know how that goes. Totally said GH hasn't known what to do with Sam for years. I agree. Dory says if someone is holding Jason's loved one, they would either have Morgan or Monica, who we haven't seen for nearly a year. I would definitely sit there and say it is probably Morgan. Francis says, "Did you see Bold? Beautiful. I only got one. Yeah, You thinking that the Gates is going to take his place? Maybe, but you know, um, I mean, they can always get renewed. Tony D says Sonny is saying he tried to save his marriage, but Carly made it difficult. OMG, bye boy, you cheated and got caught red-handed. Oh, I was really mad today. I want to punch some. Thank you, Tony D. Jess, and I, and pretty much everyone else was saying the same thing. See, I was just at this saying, I was like, Jess was saying the exact same thing. LaShawn said, Anna said today Jason saved her life. LaShawn, what I don't understand is why is Anna and Molly working this case when they both sit there and said that they have conflict of interest? They both literally admitted that they have conflict of interest because of Jason, and yet she's still being a DA on the case, and she's still being a commissioner on the case. I mean, I know that soap operas have this rule where they just kind of throw out the rule book when it's not convenient for them, but Dolly says, I kind of hope Bo doesn't get canceled, not because it's a good show, because I don't want the Gates crew. Yes. Okay. So Dolly says, I kind of hope the Bo doesn't get canceled, not because it's a good show, but because I don't want the Gate cast and crew harassed. And that's the first thing that they would do. Not that they're not already getting harassed in some sense, some way. Remember my video about Dem Smith is saying that the Gates is racist and it's about segregation and stuff? But yes. Darby says, I love Sonny tried to save his marriage to Carly by slipping his sausage into Nina. Yeah, exactly. A says, Albert, yes, Laura is the mayor and she has a conflict of interest. So that thank you, AE. But Laura doesn't actually preside over cases though to some extent. But hmm. Ron says, Albert, you're right that Brad Bell is making a public statement saying turn off if you're not happy. He doesn't care about the audience. Well, it is the definition of arrogance. Lashanta said, "Did you hear Molly believe Jason? Sam, ain't that something, Lashanta? When Molly believes that in Jason, but yet Sam, who was supposed to be the ride or die, couldn't even. Yo, F Sam and the horse she rode in on." Damon says, "Was Sonny involved with Jason's sister Emily, who was much younger than him? Not that much. She wasn't a teenager. But here's what I will sit there and say about that. Jason asked Sonny to not date his sister. Sonny, being the selfish SOB that he was, just decided to do it anyway, regardless of how much Jason has done for him. He asked him one thing. He couldn't even do that. Johnson says, hopefully the gays will have good villains. You know, Jonathan, hopefully it will be a good show. Harry says, well, that arrogance might have finally caught up to Brad Bell. Hopefully it doesn't be at the Gates expense though, like Dolly said, Harris, because if Bo gets canceled, they're gonna come at the Gates, the cast and the crew. Tony D says Sam is so ungrateful. Didn't Jason pick up that piece of trash after Sonny knocked her up and dumped her behind? Yes, she doused Jason. OMG, I'm so hot over this. I don't listen, Tony D. I'm with it. Amos says yes, Sonny never reached respected Jason, killed his brother. Spencer, what's good? Monique says, everyone, I'm late to the chat watching episode of Halo. Monique, it's good to see you again. Francis says, any actors on the gates other than Victoria? What? Francis, they actually having Victoria Rowland on the show? Tony D says what's funny, son didn't even want Jason to date Courtney, but he then dated Emily. Oh my goodness, Tony D. One, you're coming in, would you come in with the facts? Two, I wish I was reviewing this back then. Ooh, Tony D, I wish I was reviewing this back. Well, I don't know what state you two was in, but in some ways, I do wish I wasn't there. Oh yeah, now we know. We know, Kyrie's, you made that very vocal. I respect it. I respect it. Ron says, I bet why was Patch and John surprised when Ava told them that Goldman is Clyde's girlfriend? Because they didn't see it coming. Francis says, I heard that, not 100%. Oh, okay. Tony D says, I got my receipts. You listen, Tony D, you are coming in with the pass. You're coming in with the fire, and I'm here for it. Vince, I don't know who Vince Clark is, but okay. Joanne says, I'm actually comparing Drew and Sonny because what I saw is he knew Jason and Carly had a strong connection. Yeah, but Duane, the thing is, Jason was presumed dead, so I understood why that. I don't, I, you know, Jason was presumed dead. So when people sit there and say, "Well, you know, but why would Drew be with Carly? Because Jason was dead at the time." Spencer said Jason is mentally strong to be put through being in a room with no windows for God knows how long until he was ordered to do a job and being part of the military. Well, yeah. Monique says, oh, okay. Monique says, so all this time Jagger had Jason held captive to take down Sonny. I knew something about Jagger wasn't clean. Seriously, cherry ice cream? Damon says it's time to put Jason in the opening credits. I thought he was already in the opening credits. Ron says, Albert, when will you sign when you email it to me? Renee says, when you email it to me. Renee says Jason should have stopped messing with Sonny after he killed AJ for nothing. That's true. Oh, of course, Michelle. Listen, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So, honestly, thank you, Michelle. I would sit there and say that I'm honored to be a part of that announcement and just your joy. So, thank you. Freddie says, Albert, I'm still shaking my head when Sam said to Carly, call the police when Jason contacts you. The same Sam who had Jason's back for over 20 years. Are you effing kidding me? Gosh, I hope that. I said this. See, Freddie, I'm so glad that you actually came in because I said the same thing. What you don't like about Mamie, Harry's? I, Freddie, I said the same effing thing. After what Jordan did to them, honestly, tell you the truth, Victor's like that chick is starved to death, and I don't blame him. But I see that you are playing a part, so just gonna, yeah. Darby said John and Steve were thinking was how did that old guy Clyde got that? Oh god damn! I think Kayla is okay. God damn. Unlimited. I just watched this episode. It was Phil. Oh, okay. Okay. If you say so, Gary. Francis, to be honest, he should. Billy says, I think some people forget that Jason and Carly relationship evolved past best friends after Sonny died. Drew is trash, but I get him jumping ship. Too long to make her. I can't take that seriously. LaShawn says, I remember how Sonny treated Jason and Courtney. Yeah, I do. Sonny's kind of trash at this point. Johnson says, nice episode. JH looks underwhelming. Oh, you didn't? You watched it today, though? Oh, just in general. Angela says AJ deserved it. He was drunk in the way. He deserved being killed by Sonny, even though that's AJ didn't actually kill Connie. Ron says, "I what the f is Goldman thinking? Clyde is too." If you say so, I mean, she's legal age. I don't see a problem with it, but okay. Michelle says Jason is going to hurt him if he has his godson Morgan. Gonna hurt them or him. Spencer said Drew showed up at Willow's house. I was thinking to myself, Willow must be taking all the information in her head and just saying to get the hell out of the house because I think the same thing. Spencer, how do you feel about Carly, Drew dumping Carly? Because see, I'm cool with it. I mean, Carrie Snow, we gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. Mm, God damn. Okay. Onyx says I was on Adam's side coming concerning Claire, how easy they were willing to accept Claire and the family after what she did to them, but yet Adam has to fight. Okay. I mean, I get that part. I still think it was a little out. I think it was out of pocket for the way that she came at. Like, I didn't like his tone, but I get what you're saying, Monique. Freddie says I was actually watching yesterday. I was like, "You call Marshall Dusty when he was, yo, listen, like he's Superman to deal with Selena Moon's bodyguard." I really sat there for it. It was like, yo, unless Hat Daddy think that he's like John Wick out of nowhere, bro, you better sit your old ass down. Like seriously, you better sit your old ass down. Michelle says, "I be yes if Jagger's holding." Oh, okay, yes. Well, then of course, yeah, I agree with that, Michelle. Dolly says Officer Gomez is trying to collect that check. She's getting her and Nicole on. She's better get a jar of honey and Spencer here, so you don't really care to be honest about Carly and Drew's relationship. If he wants her, if he doesn't want her, yeah, I respect that. And yeah, that's true. Carrie says, "Don't forget, Hat Daddy." That's true. But I gotta sit there and be like, how bad of a fighter do you have to be to sit there and you know let this guy get the jump on you? That's true. Don't that's true, Tony D. That's what Kyrie's sitting there saying. Well, I gotta sit there and figure that. I don't think he was gonna do anything to him. I don't think he was actually going to do anything to that guy. I was like, you better sit your. Unlimited said AJ and Billy Warlock. AJ are two different characters with entirely different dynamics. SK and Steve Byrne actually played brothers while Warlock's version of AJ was a villain. Yeah, I only came in during Warlock's version, so DC was good. It's funny, we were just sitting there talking about your favorite character that was about to get his ass whooped. Had daddy guy hands. I don't know about that. Exactly, Darby. I'm like, Wink says, just got finished watching Chase. My blood pressure was sky high between Sunny Drew. Marshall. We're just talking about Marshall. And Orlando says Marshall is dusty. I'm like, you gotta sit your little dusty ass down, thinking that you can sit there and take that guy. That dude is like 6 foot. You must have lost your mind. F out of here. Oh yeah, Tony D, that's gonna happen. That's going to happen. Trevor says I think John's just the middleman. Yes. That's true. I think so as well. Joey says, I don't know. The old dudes like John had daddy and past didn't make it this. Okay. I think he needs to sit his old dusty ass down, but okay. Johan says, I hate it, but just remember, Albert, it's not a trolling comment when I say I think Jason and Carly are true love. No, I don't think it's a trolling comment. And Ron says, Albert, ask DC if he wants to petition for Jerry Prentice to be back on days. You hear that? You hear that, DC? Curry says, Hot Daddy is a good man. Maybe DC is right. Uh, I mean, he being a good man and being a seven, I don't. I feel like those are two conflicting different things. Francis says, yes. Don't think Case the boss. Yes. Maybe Peter August is not dead. Amazing, gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How you doing tonight? I don't. You know, that's a good question, Jonathan. But I'm not gonna lie. Poppy is just pissing me off at this point. Poppy is just straight up. I mean, Poppy just straight up pissing me off at this point. Selfish ass. And yes, I agree, DC. Holly is a POS. I agree, DC. Self-centered POS. And Jonathan AE got a comment for you. Duane says, "Have Daddy's a good man, but not a seven, at least to me." Not no damn. You know what? In DC's eyes, if he's a seven to him and Kyrie's, then that's fine. Yes, thank you. Yes, man. Oh, we got 56 people in the chat. Please hit the like button because it really does actually help. Uh, the GOAT is in the chat. Ambassador saying was good. Oh, okay, we got 35 likes so far. Okay, that's what's up. I appreciate it. 54 people in the chat. So we are getting there, people. Unlimited says Marshall was only talking because he knows Selena isn't going to touch him in that setting. Selena will have Marshall listed as a missing person. Because I'm like, this girl wants to sit there and know who her father is, and she's sitting there trying to act like, oh well, we don't need him. I'm enough for you. I figured that, Carries. Um, yeah, I'm the only person. We have each other. We don't. You don't need to know who your father is. Like, how self centered is that? I listen, Ambassador Sam. I'm surprised. I am genuinely surprised. So thank you, Ambassador Sam. But yeah, I'm like, I think that she deserves to know her father, and I think her father deserves to know her. Like, that's just an out of pocket thing to say in general. I mean, on top of the fact that she snipped it telling her daughter to lie, I'm like, what kind of ish is that? Carrie says, and Lee did not wreck her home. Carrie never said that. When did I actually sit there and say that she wrecked her home, Carrie? What are you talking about? I never once said that Lee wrecked her home. What are you talking about? Just as I thought the same thing, that was hella selfish of her. Thank you. Well, no, unlimited. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Like, I got you in it because of that. And Jess also says happy birthday to Lashanta. Harry says you said that many times. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? Why would I say something like that for? Are you good, my guy? Lashanta says, nah, but if Carly said Jason called her name, she saw he was shot, and Anna and Case were there. So what part does what part Sam don't get? Hmm. Ron says, Albert, tell DC you and Nikisha are responsible for Passions being canceled because you both were jealous of Tabitha having baby and Doris saying she was too old. And you started a petition. Wow. You hear that, Kyrie's? Hey, Kyrie's, what are you talking about? I never said that. What are you talking about this gaslight? I never said that. I mean, Kyrie's, maybe it's just a long day. I get it. I say a lot of stuff and you might just misinterpret that. It's cool. Don't worry about it, Kyrie's. You're my guy. Kind of scare me there, buddy. Now I got to pull a receipt. Receipt receipt for what? What are you talking about? Freddie says it's interesting they're using Steve Prince tattoo. Yes, I'm very curious about that. Juan says Albert has said he doesn't condone cheating, but who would want to come home to Lee? To be fair, she is kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie, I do think that she's kind of hot. I mean, you can find some cheese curries. I don't know what you're talking about. I might have said something like wrecking home, but I don't remember you actually saying those words exactly. I mean, sorry, Curry, I just don't really know what you're talking about. Johnson says Poppy is being selfish for hiding the identity of Luna's father and for encouraging Luna to lie. Luna to keep her. Yes, exactly what I was saying to Jazz. It was. It definitely was, Lashanta. It definitely was. Tony says Sam better keep that same energy for Drew that she has for Jason. Frank says Jason has the best tattoo on GH. Sonny, Dante, and Finn tattoos look cartoonish. I gotta sit there and see the tattoos. I don't remember that. Juan says I still say Lee was right. Juan, you're something else. Ron says because Lee is stubborn and annoying, no wonder Jack put his. I mean, she didn't help her marriage by her pushing away. But I would not. I don't remember me Smith to say anything about wrecking her home. Like, what do you? I'm just gonna let that go. Francis says, "Can't wait till Jason and Drew pair off. He holds off on Jason. Hope he kicks his ass." Was a part of his contract. Hmm. We didn't never find out who Joey Novak. Hmm. Justin says, I made a comment about Sam today. I said, really, Sam, you're going to take it out on your own sister? This isn't about Carly. This is about Jason. Well, if you said it on Miles, I'll sit there and try to read it tonight. But Sam was just, honestly, tell you the truth, Justin, Sam was just out of pocket. Yeah, I heard unlimited. Yeah, okay, so it was a 2-year contract. Okay. I know some people are kind of bummed about that, but if they give him great material, I'm cool with it. Tony D says I was digging that tattoo, but Jason's getting old. Yeah, but he still be lifting those weights though. He still be lifting those weights. Ron says, so who has the better tattoo, Albert? I voted Cardi B. Um, I don't know. I never actually really looked at Cardi B like that, so I have to take your word for it. Not exactly a huge fan of her, so Kyrie's effing Clark. That's my guy right there. Wink says, I could not believe Sam was talking ish about Jason to Danny. I'm no longer a fan of her character. Exactly. They destroyed the character. Harry says, I can't believe you tried to gaslight me again. I didn't try to gaslight you the first time. What are you talking about, Harry's? Come on, my guy. All it's not the same was that, you had a long day. That's all. I get it. Lemon says, low key, I wanted Steve to appear on B&B so he would have a character on. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I would actually want that too. No, Jess. Sometimes you just have a long day and Jess, you just misinterpret some of the stuff that I say, and it's okay. I get it. Valerie, yes, thank you for hitting the like button because it really does actually help. So thank you. It's so good to see you again. All right, Freddie. Laundry in the chat. Johnson says Steve is too badass for a show like B&B. I know, but I would still actually Unlimited said I would want it just for him to be on all four, but that's true though. Harriet says you said tonight that you never said that Lee wrecked your home. I got proof you said it. I know he has his I gotta see these receipts because it looked like they might be doctored. So I gotta see these receipts. He's a whiz when it comes towards like graphics and stuff like that. So I gotta see it. Tony D says every time I hear the word gasoline, I hear sirens in my head. It's just just she just misinterprets things. Curry says I'm playing it on. Oh my goodness, Kyrie. See, this is why I'm always gonna rock with you. Kyrie says I'm playing it on my stream. That's your punishment, and this is why we're friends. This is why we're friends, right there. It's true, Terry Ice Cream. That's one of the many reasons why he's my friend. Rashawn says Sunday wants RJ to know. I think he may just want him to just get it over with at this point, but and Spencer's also over the Sam character. Unlimited says actually they could have his one our character go to B&B. That's that's true. Yeah, I think it's pretty unanimous. A Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to look at this. I'm gonna have to look at this evidence. Just as RJ does need to know. That's true. And Luna should have just told him, because it would have been a lot more simpler, and they could have worked that out. But F and Poppy and F and Zende. Johnson says even Lindsay Hart's version of Sam was loyal to. LaShawn says if Drew finds Jason, he will turn him in. He would do something like that. And Pony D says, where is Trina? That's a good point. I mean, I'm kind of okay with it for right now because she has been very mopey. So it's like, Ron says, see, Jason has so much history with Sam and that I wasn't there to see. Just said, because when she shows up Prego, not knowing that daddy is going to be worse. True. AE says you liked her better. Okay. Duane says, like, I only know. Yeah. Well, I know them both, but yes. Just said Trina can continue with her break. LOL. Yeah. For so many reasons. Yeah. One of many reasons. I'll sit there and say, Jess. Ron says, Albert, please don't ever attend a fan event because some of these people will boo the actors for their roles. And if you try to defend the actors, then someone will slap you and tell you to get lost. Ooh. So, Ron, you sent to tell me that somebody's going to sit there and slap me and call me Susan? Like some type of $2 streetwalker? Spencer says, Albert, how did you like Jason's backstory? I liked it so far. I want to sit there and see more of it, but I liked it so far, though. I'm going to say Tracy's slander will not be tolerated. Cat Lady, the amazing, gorgeous Cat Lady. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button. I'm just saying, Tony D. It seems like Ron is sitting there saying they're going to slap me around and call me Susie, like some $2 hooker. Ron, you sitting there saying I'm a cheap hooker now? Duane said to Dollar what? Johnson said Spencer ends up taking over Sonny's business. He would have resources from both the Correntis organization and Casson Industries. Sure. I don't know, Jess. That's what Ron was saying. I was gonna go to some sort of fan event, and people were gonna be slapping me around, and calling me Susie, like I was some sort of $2 hooker. Night Girl. No, I love Sam. I didn't like when they tried to ruin her character for Liz when they had Sam watch as someone took Jake when he was a baby. Now they're trying to ruin her character again. I agree. And Night Girl, it's good to see you. Damn, it's been a hot minute. How have you been? My goodness. Darby said, cheap hooker Albert. I thought we were talking about that yesterday. We were, Darby, but that's when Ron was saying that fans was going to sit there and slap me. Like, that's what I said, Freddie. Slap me around like Susie. Exactly, Duane. I'm worth more than $2. Not according to Ron, but I'm damn sure worth more than $2. Johnson says Sam wouldn't be like this if it was. Yeah. Kyrie says, well, I have to go for now, Mr. Gaslight. I'll see you soon where I expose your gaslighting live. You're you're unique, a good man, and gaslight. Guys, I've never once gaslighted before in my entire life, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to sit there and see this evidence and this gaslighting you keep speaking of. Jess, you know that's in your head and that's in Kyrie's head. That's just in your head. It's the lies for me. What lies? Have a good night, Francis. Thank you for joining. Exactly, Ambassador Sam. I was like, what is with this gaslighting term? I'm like, I'm new to that. Ron says, I'm saying, Albert, for example, at the fan event, if you were, I know what you mean. You said they're talking about they want to slap me around and call me Susie, Ron. I'm like, the hell? And Darby says, Albert, be honest with me. Do you have the ID? No, I just don't know about this whole gaslighting thing. This is crazy to me. Wink Wink says, every time Albert says, slap me around like Susie, I think about that. Eat the cake and Aunt May scene. Yeah, Ron's need to talk about people gonna slap me around and call me Susie because I'm defending the actress or something. Unlimited says, is Leslie the actress who plays Monica in Good Health? I think she is, but I also think that she's up there in age. You know, she did hurt herself pretty bad. So even when she came back, you can tell she was not all there, you know? And I don't know if it was her leg or something like that, but LaShawn says, does everyone agree Sonny lied to Lois? Well, yes. So here's the thing. I feel like when people sit there and try to make themselves look good, they'll tell their version of what wound up happening, right? It's like if I come in and was like, yeah, you know, I was to go with this girl, and I wound up dumping her. In all reality, she wound up probably dumping me because I was a bad boyfriend. But I'm gonna sit there and tell the rest of the world, nah, she dumped me. I mean, nah, I dumped her. That's one word for it, Susie. Susan. I'm sorry, I'm Susie. Susan. That's one word for it. Pathological liar. A says Lois is so annoying she needs a life. And Cat Lady says Sonny and Sam made me mad. Exactly. I said the same thing, Cat Lady. And Darby says I would leave the money on the nightstand like there's a comment for that, and I'm not even gonna go there. Funny G says every time you guys say gaslight, I keep hearing flashlight by I don't understand where this whole gaslighting term came from. You know? Ron says Albert, you tell those fans that it's not Nina you're going at and that's an actual person, it's TV show. Well, yeah, I mean, if I do that, apparently you said they're going to slap me around and call me Susie. So Spencer said that bastard John is using Jason to kill Sonny because he doesn't like Sonny because of what he did to his brother. Probably also for what he did to Karen, if we're going to be honest. And what he did to Karen was just awful. Like, Freddie says Alice and Kate Blaze should have known that her mother is not going to accept her for being gay overnight or at all. If her mother can't accept that, the hell with her mother and enjoy. Yes, I agree with that. Darby says, Albert, do you have a pimp? It's a Jess? No, but Jess thinks she's the boss of me. So, I let her rock. She knows who the alpha is. Juan says, I wonder why Renee wanted to play a character nobody seems to like. I think people in this chat seems to not like her. Some people in this chat seem not to. There's people that actually really do like Lois stuff. I'm just saying, Jess, just keep it real. Jess knows I'm the alpha. Just keeping it real, Freddie. Wayne says, I can't believe he brought Monica back for that irrelevant storyline for Fann's trial, but she's MIA for Jason's return. I know she has health issues, but come on. Yeah, I say, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Now, see, Jonathan's okay with Lois. Yeah, I don't. I'm okay with it. I'm not like, oh my goodness, Lois is back. Like, I kind of just like, I can take her or leave her. Darby says if it was her, I wouldn't be surprised because she seems to wear the pants in this relationship. No, Darby, come on, let's be honest. She, like I said, she knows who the alpha is. She knows I got that power. Let's be real, Darby. You know I am. Unlimited says he didn't lie to Lois. Sonny was addressing a different perspective. That's kind of like something they're saying alternative facts, if we're going to be honest. That's literally what that's like. That's like something they're saying alternative facts. Tony D says, I feel I like Blaze for telling Christina kind of fast, don't quit, trust her. Night Girl says, come on, Darby. You not knows the truth. She knows it's true. Night Girl said Jason did that for Sonny's family, for Michael. He didn't want them, and he and Sam got closer, especially after Sam lost her child. And Sonny's disloyal as. Kelly says, what could John have over Jason? I think it's racketeering charges for Sonny. But I'm just like, at that point, let his ass go to jail. If he's snitching protecting Sonny, let his ass go to jail. Trust me, I never thought I would be snitching saying that, but here we are. Johnson says, when is your cliffhanger predictions for days tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think I actually have any, to be honest. I wasn't really feeling days today that much. Um, I thought days was actually okay though. I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't even really care that Lonnie and Eli was going because I didn't really have a connection to them. And by the time I started watching them, they were so boring. I was like, they're leaving. I'm like, oh, okay. But let me ask you a question, Jonathan. Did you like Lonnie and Eli being back? No, let me no, I wasn't watching it. During it, I started watching the show year 2000. I doubt that, Susan. I mean, I think people want her to, but I think that would be kind of unprofessional. Spencer said, yeah, that was messed up. What Sonny did to Karen, that was messed up, but that was a long time ago. And deep down, I think Sonny regrets that because we were all young and stupid at one point. Yeah, we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one because young and dumb does not explain what he did. We can't sit, like, for me personally, like, I respect your opinion, okay? But what he wound up doing to her, which was underage, he wound up R-ing her. Okay. He wound up the R word. That's not we can't classify that as young and dumb. Okay. That was just messed up. And I understand it was a long time ago. And I guess for some people they could sit there and get past that. But you just R'd a minor. Like for me, that's not something I could just sit there and be like, well, happened a long time ago. He gave this girl candy to help her be on a pole when he knew that she suffered from a home where she got SH by, I think, her father or something. Yeah, I can't, like it's beyond messed up. Like there's levels to being messed up. That was a little bit beyond that for me personally. Of the tape decks, maybe. Only just maybe John has a copy of the tape decks made. Oh, but then again, this is protecting Sonny. I was like, let his ass rot. Let his ass go to jail. Is exactly wink wink. Lemon says no. At the time, there was a lot going on. Everyone took Carly's side. We never really saw or heard his point of view on why his marriage didn't work. Hmm? Um, Johnson says Lonnie and Eli are okay characters, but they haven't really been adding much. Yeah, when I started watching the show, they weren't doing it really much for me. Night Girl says I agree. Jason keeps giving up precious time with his family for Sonny. It's time to have his own life. Yeah, I agree. Unlimited said no, he didn't. He didn't what? I understand he didn't what? Darby says I want Lily to take Daniel's project from him and fire Heather for the cherry on top, and I hope Lily doesn't hit in front of Lucy so it wipes that stupid smirk over him. Petty Nation, I like that. Petty Nation. Petty Nation. Darby is a member of the Petty Nation Club. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit that like button because it really does actually help. Also become a member. I definitely got to sit there and really pimp out tonight. But yeah, that's really become a member because it we do have a lot of we have a lot of fun. I'm going to be sitting there spilling some tea this week. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we got 45. We got 38 people in the chat. Okay, so we good. Debbie says Lucy Bucks. Yeah, to be fair, she does. Yeah, she annoys the hell out of me as well. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to read this comment. What the? Thank you. Oh, please take your time. Thank you. Well, let me say he gave her blank so she would dance to calm her down. She already started dancing. Most of the guys. Um, what Sonny said made total sense. What happened when he returned to Nixon Falls? What? Okay. Uh, okay. I respect your opinion. I totally disagree with both of them because this comment, no offense, is basically Smith is saying, well, most people do it, so it's okay. And he did it to calm her down because she was already on the pole. So that's totally fine. Even though that this chick was underage at the time, he gave her candy. But it's okay because, like, okay, yeah. And this comment, he cheated on his wife. I mean, I get that unlimited, but unfortunately, the problem is because they did wind up change, because they did, they did want up rewriting it. That's the timeline. So maybe he wasn't a scumbag because she might have been a teen. Well, I remember when they were together as teenagers and Cassie died. Just as how did what Sonny say make sense? Yeah, I yeah. Trust me, Jess. I sat there and I looked at that. I was like, you know what? Yeah, Carly asked for time and space. Sonny decided that he was king and he was going to sit there and make her jump through hoops and said, no, you do what I want you to do and when I want you to do it. And then have the audacity to sit there and say, Like Carly was being difficult. Yeah, no, no, no. It was Carly that was being difficult. It's not even making any sense. Exactly, it didn't make any sense. That's yeah, we gonna have to agree to disagree because yeah. No offense. I know that's your perspective, but yeah. But you're entitled to have it, so that's Freddie says I still would like to see Liz and Jake have a scene with Jason since he is officially back to Port Charles. Oh, Unlimited says me providing context isn't me justifying to anything. Actually, this time I'm not gaslighting, but me providing context is. I know I get what you're saying, but when you sit there and say it makes sense, it's like I don't. That's why I was like, yeah, yeah, I was like, that's what I said for you. I was like, we gonna agree to disagree. Lashanta says Sonny's salty about Carly and Jason, but he wanted everyone to accept him and Nina. Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, bro, you out of pocket. Like there because I actually remembered the storylines. Okay. I mean that's okay. Wink said they thought Sonny was dead. If Jason thought for 1 second Sonny was alive, he wouldn't have looked twice at Carly. Sonny was on some BS, exactly. And then he came out his mouth talking about Carly was being difficult. He tried to make the marriage work. I'm like, you really didn't. Because you told Carly, hey, listen, come to me tonight, or else you and pick and choose based on favoritisms. What are you talking about? Hmm? Sunny practically was like, listen, you either come with me tonight or it's over. And because she didn't jump when he snapped his fingers, he wound up in bed with Nina, which is out of pocket. Like that's just some out of pocketness right there. So yeah. Like I said, unlimited. That's your opinion. You're entitled to have it, but we can agree to disagree on that. Anyway, I was actually supposed to end this one 10 minutes ago, so I'm gonna end the stream here. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was actually a lot of fun. Yeah, I agree with that, Jess. This is actually a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Appreciate the stream tonight. Y'all all made it very fun as usual. It was good to see you, Night Girl. Thank you for joining. Happy night, Wink. Night Girl said, didn't Jason walk away from Carly and hooked up with Britt again? I don't remember that part, but I thought she. No, he didn't. He didn't go back with Britt. He left Britt to be with Carly. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Susan. It was great to see you again. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Anjanetta. Have a good night, Night Girl. It's really great to see you again. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Spencer. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. That's right. It's Lashanta's birthday. So Jess says, I remember Britt was upset and he tried to go back to her. Hmm. I think it is. I think it is, Darby. We had a good time. So thank you for being a part of it. It was really great to see you, Ambassador Sam. Thank you so much for stopping through. It was also good to see you again, Tony D. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Freddie. And have a good night, Renee, Spencer, and Unlimited. For a live stream, maybe. I gotta check, but maybe, yeah. We had a lot of people here tonight. It was really good. So no, he didn't. Britt had too much pride. Oh wow, Ambassador says actually 56. Oh wow. I don't think I actually had those numbers. Last time I had numbers like that was the collab with all four of us, me, DC, Brock, and James. I think I wound up having around 56. Damn, that's good. But that's all because of y'all. So anyway, have a great night all. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all in the next live stream. Oh, and also have a good night, Cat Lady. And anyone I miss, you know who you are. Laters.